Most people spend a large part of their lives worrying. Worrying about the future. Worrying about money. Worrying about relationships. Worrying about what people think. Worrying about situations they cannot fully control. And slowly, without realizing it, worry steals their peace. It steals their focus. It steals their happiness. And it steals their ability to fully enjoy the present moment. But here is the truth. Worry does not control the future. It only destroys the present. Today we are going to talk about how to stop worrying about things you cannot control. Not because life suddenly becomes perfect. Not because problems disappear completely. But because your mindset changes. And when your mindset changes, your experience of life changes too. One of the biggest reasons people suffer emotionally is because they constantly fight reality. They want certainty in an uncertain world. They want guarantees about the future. They want complete control over situations, people, and outcomes. But life has never worked that way. No human being controls everything. No matter how intelligent, wealthy, successful, or prepared someone is, uncertainty will always exist. And accepting that truth is actually freeing. Because peace begins when you stop demanding total control from life. Most anxiety comes from trying to mentally solve problems that have not even happened yet. People imagine worst-case scenarios repeatedly. They replay fears inside their minds every day. And eventually, their imagination becomes more painful than reality itself. But many of the things people worry about never actually happen. And even when difficult situations do happen, human beings are often far stronger than they realize. You have survived hard moments before. You have survived uncertainty before. You have survived disappointment before. And you will survive future challenges too. One of the most important mindset shifts you can develop is learning the difference between what you can control and what you cannot control. You cannot control other people's opinions. You cannot control the weather. You cannot control the past. You cannot control every outcome. But you can control your mindset. You can control your effort. You can control your reactions. You can control how you treat others. And focusing your energy on what you can actually influence creates emotional freedom. Worry often comes from focusing energy in the wrong direction. Instead of improving what they can change, people become mentally trapped by things they cannot change immediately. And that creates helplessness. But emotionally strong people focus differently. They ask themselves, what can I do right now? What action can I take today? What is actually within my power? That mindset creates clarity. Another important truth is this. You do not need every answer immediately. Most people feel anxious because they want certainty right now. They want to know exactly how life will unfold. But clarity often comes step by step. Life reveals itself gradually. And sometimes overthinking only creates confusion. One of the best ways to calm your mind is learning how to return to the present moment. Because worry lives in the future. Regret lives in the past. But peace exists in the present. Right now, this moment, when you slow down and focus on today instead of trying to mentally control your entire future, your nervous system begins calming down. And calmness creates better thinking. Another reason people worry constantly is because they underestimate their ability to handle difficulties. They believe challenges will destroy them emotionally. They believe uncertainty automatically means disaster. But resilience grows through experience. Every difficult season you survived made you stronger in ways you may not even fully realize. Human beings are adaptable. People recover. People heal. People rebuild. And remembering your own strength reduces fear. Another powerful lesson is understanding that not every thought deserves your attention. Most people automatically believe every fearful thought their mind creates. But thoughts are not always facts. Sometimes your mind creates fear simply because it wants to protect you. That does not mean danger is actually present. An anxious mind often exaggerates possibilities. It imagines rejection before it happens, failure before it happens, embarrassment before it happens. And because of that, people suffer mentally over situations that may never even occur. Learning how to observe thoughts without automatically believing them changes everything. You can notice fear without feeding it constantly. You can experience uncertainty without becoming consumed by it. That is emotional maturity. Another major source of worry is comparison. People compare careers, money, relationships, success, lifestyle. And comparison creates pressure. Social media especially makes people feel like they are falling behind in life. But everyone's journey is different. Some people succeed earlier. Some people heal slower. Some people discover purpose later. And comparing your timeline to someone else's only creates unnecessary suffering. Your path is unique. Trust your own process. Another thing that creates worry is trying to control how people see you. Many people spend years emotionally exhausted because they constantly seek approval. They overthink conversations. They fear judgment. They worry about criticism constantly. But the truth is this. No matter what you do, some people will misunderstand you. Some people will dislike you. Some people will criticize you unfairly. And trying to control everyone's opinion is impossible. Freedom begins when you stop needing universal approval. The calmer you become internally, the less external opinions control your emotional state. Another important lesson is learning acceptance. Acceptance does not mean giving up. Acceptance means recognizing reality instead of mentally fighting against it constantly. There are moments in life where things simply happen outside your control. Unexpected endings, unexpected delays, unexpected changes. And resisting reality emotionally only creates more suffering. Sometimes peace begins when you stop asking, "Why is this happening to me?" and start asking, "How can I grow through this?" Growth-focused people suffer less because they focus on adaptation instead of resistance. Another thing that helps reduce worry is taking care of your body. Stress is not only mental. It affects the body physically too. Lack of sleep increases anxiety. Poor health increases emotional instability. Constant exhaustion makes everything feel heavier emotionally. That is why rest matters. Exercise matters. Nutrition matters. Breathing deeply matters. Your nervous system needs recovery. A calm body supports a calm mind, and a calm mind handles life more effectively. One of the greatest skills you can develop is learning how to let go. Most people carry mental weight constantly. Old regret, old embarrassment, old fear, old pain, and emotionally they replay those memories every day. But holding on to things you cannot change keeps you trapped emotionally. You cannot change the past. You cannot rewrite old mistakes. You cannot relive previous moments differently. But you can choose how much power those memories continue having over your present life. Letting go is not weakness. Letting go is freedom. Another important truth is this. Worry gives the illusion of control. People believe that if they think about problems enough, they can prevent bad things from happening. But endless overthinking rarely creates solutions. It usually creates emotional exhaustion. Thinking and problem-solving are useful, but worrying endlessly without action drains energy. Emotionally healthy people know the difference between preparation and obsession. Prepare when necessary. Take action when possible. And after that, release what you cannot control. Another reason people struggle with worry is because they constantly consume negativity. News, drama, fear-based content, toxic conversations, social media arguments. All of these things affect your emotional state. Your mind absorbs what you repeatedly expose it to. That is why protecting your environment matters. Peaceful people become selective about what enters their minds, not because they ignore reality, but because they understand that constant negativity damages mental health. Another powerful shift happens when you stop trying to control every outcome. Sometimes life surprises you in beautiful ways. Sometimes opportunities appear unexpectedly. Sometimes delays protect you from wrong paths. But fear prevents people from trusting life enough to remain open. Trust creates peace. Fear creates tension. And while nobody can eliminate uncertainty completely, you can choose how you respond to uncertainty. Another thing emotionally strong people understand is patience. Many worries come from wanting immediate answers, immediate success, immediate healing, immediate certainty. But life unfolds gradually. And patient people experience less emotional chaos because they stop fighting timing constantly. Patience creates emotional stability. Another important lesson is learning how to simplify your mind. Many people mentally overwhelm themselves by focusing on too many things simultaneously. Too many fears, too many possibilities, too many imagined problems. But peace grows when you simplify. Focus on today. Focus on what truly matters. Focus on one step at a time. Most massive problems become more manageable when broken into smaller actions. And action reduces anxiety because movement creates momentum. One powerful habit is practicing gratitude daily. Gratitude changes perspective. It reminds you that life still contains beauty even during difficult seasons. Your health, your family, your growth, your opportunities, your future possibilities. Gratitude does not erase challenges, but it prevents negativity from consuming your entire mind. And grateful people often experience more peace because their focus shifts away from constant fear and lack. Another important reason people worry excessively is because they are constantly living in the future mentally. They rush through life without ever fully experiencing the present moment, always thinking about tomorrow, next week, next year, the next problem, the next responsibility. But life is happening right now, not someday, not eventually, right now. And many people miss beautiful moments because their minds are trapped somewhere else. Learning presence changes your emotional state dramatically. When you focus on your breathing, your surroundings, and the current moment, your nervous system relaxes. The mind becomes quieter, and clarity returns. One of the most healing things you can remember is this: you do not have to solve your entire life today. You only need to take the next step. Most people overwhelm themselves because they mentally carry every future problem at once. But humans are not designed to carry infinite mental weight. Take life step by step, day by day, moment by moment. Another important truth is that uncertainty is part of being alive. No relationship comes with guarantees. No career comes with guarantees. No future comes with guarantees. And strangely, accepting uncertainty creates more peace than constantly resisting it. Because the more you demand certainty from life, the more anxious you become. But when you accept uncertainty while trusting yourself to adapt, your emotional resilience grows. Another thing that helps reduce worry is learning emotional detachment. Detachment does not mean becoming cold or emotionless. It means understanding that not everything deserves emotional attachment. Not every opinion matters. Not every situation deserves endless mental energy. Not every problem needs immediate panic. Emotionally detached people protect their peace better because they stop absorbing every stressful situation deeply. Another powerful habit is journaling. Writing your thoughts down helps organize mental chaos. Many worries feel overwhelming because they remain trapped inside the mind endlessly. But once thoughts become visible on paper, clarity increases. You begin noticing patterns. You begin separating realistic concerns from imagined fears. And emotional pressure decreases. Another important lesson is learning self-compassion. Many people create additional suffering by attacking themselves mentally during difficult times. They judge themselves harshly, criticize themselves constantly, and speak to themselves with cruelty. But healing requires kindness toward yourself too. You are human. You will make mistakes. You will experience uncertainty. You will have moments of fear. That does not make you weak. It makes you human. Another thing emotionally peaceful people understand is that rest matters. Constant mental stimulation exhausts the brain. Notifications, information overload, noise, distractions. The modern world keeps people mentally overstimulated constantly. That is why silence feels uncomfortable to many people. But silence heals. Stillness heals. Nature heals. Rest restores emotional balance. And a rested mind handles uncertainty more calmly. Another major source of worry is attachment to outcomes. People become emotionally dependent on specific results. And when life unfolds differently, anxiety increases. But emotionally strong people focus more on effort than guaranteed outcomes. They give their best, they stay adaptable, and they understand that life sometimes redirects people toward unexpected paths for a reason. The ultimate secret to stopping worry is learning how to trust yourself more deeply. Not because life becomes predictable, but because you realize you are capable of handling uncertainty. You are stronger than many of your fears suggest. You have survived difficult moments before. You have adapted before. You have healed before, and you will continue growing through future challenges too. Remember this: worrying does not protect you from pain. It only steals peace from the present moment. Most fears never happen exactly the way people imagine them. And even when life becomes difficult, human beings are incredibly resilient. The calmer you become internally, the clearer you think externally. And clear thinking creates better decisions. One of the most powerful mindset shifts is learning to focus your energy wisely. Focus on what you can influence: your habits, your mindset, your effort, your reactions, your growth, and release the rest. Because peace begins when you stop carrying responsibility for things outside your control. You do not need to know exactly how everything will work out. You only need enough courage to take the next step. Life unfolds gradually. Growth unfolds gradually. Healing unfolds gradually. Trust the process. Another important truth is this: your inner peace is valuable. Do not sacrifice it constantly for fear, overthinking, or imagined disasters. Protect your mental health carefully. Protect your energy carefully. Protect your focus carefully. Because a peaceful mind creates a better life. When your mind is calm, relationships improve, health improves, creativity improves, decision-making improves, and happiness becomes easier to experience. Real strength is not controlling everything around you. Real strength is remaining grounded even when uncertainty exists. That is emotional power. And emotional power creates freedom. Freedom from constant overthinking. Freedom from endless fear. Freedom from emotional exhaustion. Never forget this: life will always contain uncertainty. But uncertainty does not have to destroy your peace. You can choose calmness. You can choose trust. You can choose presence. You can choose growth instead of fear. The moment you stop fighting things you cannot control, your mind becomes lighter. Your heart becomes calmer. and your life becomes more peaceful. So breathe deeply. Slow down. Focus on today. Trust yourself. And remember that peace is not found by controlling the future. Peace is found by mastering your response to the present moment.